This upcoming second round matchup versus the Lakers is a legacy series for the career of James Harden. He has to prove that he can be excellent in the playoffs, just like he's excellent in the regular season, and he has been excellent in the regular season. He won the MVP in 2018, and he's finished top 5 in MVP voting 4 times. He's en route to win his 3rd straight scoring title, and he's a 5-time All-NBA first-teamer. Some even go as far to considering him the best one-on-one scorer the league has ever seen. But there's one major blemish in the career of James Harden, and that's that he hasn't performed when his team has needed him the most. In 15 elimination games with the Rockets, James Harden averages 26 points per game, shoots 41% from the field, and has 90 assists compared to 79 turnovers. Yeah, that's pretty bad. And it gets even worse. When the score is under 5 points and the time is under 5 minutes, James Harden has 13 assists compared to 19 turnovers, shoots 38% from the field and 18% from the three. These are just some moments in James Harden's career that he's been completely awful in the playoffs. The first moment, he hasn't been awful, but it's important to note that it does matter. The first moment is Game 6 versus the Clippers. The Rockets come back from 20-plus points. James Harden, where was he? He was on the bench. So the Rockets came back in a closeout game without James Harden on the floor. Game 5, 2015, versus the Warriors. He sets the single most turnovers in a playoff game with 13. That record still holds today. Game 6, 2017 versus the Spurs. James Harden scores 10 points, shoots 2 for 11, and has 6 turnovers. Kawhi Leonard and Tony Parker, they didn't play that game. Arguably, their 2 best players didn't play, and James Harden played this awful. Then, the last 2 seasons, 2018, they're up 3-2 against the Golden State Warriors, and James Harden can't close them out. They missed 27 straight threes in Game 7, and the Warriors go on to beat the Rockets. Last year, 2019, the series is tied 2-2. Kevin Durant gets injured, and Golden State wins the next 2 games. Another moment that Harden could have stepped up, but didn't step up. It's important to note that James Harden can change his resume and his reputation within the NBA if he beats the Lakers in the second round. Not only would have he advanced to the Western Conference Finals, but he would have beaten LeBron, somebody who was so hard to beat in the playoffs that he made 11 straight before his time with the Lakers. And the Rockets have a huge chance to upset the Lakers, the number 1 seed in the Western Conference. LeBron's win percentage against the Rockets is at 40%, the lowest among all 32 teams in the NBA. And James Harden has outscored LeBron James his last 7 matchups, the most of any player in NBA history. And it's also important to note that the Rockets are 2-0 against the Lakers once going small ball this past season. So was James Harden's game-saving block against Luguentz Dort the start of a historic playoff run, or will it be just another forgotten moment in the legacy of James Harden?